moving right along. Biggest concerns. Somebody said the one of the Bulls point guards having a knee injury. Don't do it, or a leg injury. I'm interested. KD, you, Mr. Perdue, both mentioned Lonzo Ball's name here as far as biggest concern this season. And I was surprised by that because I was like, look, as happy as we all are that we saw Lonzo play in those last 2 preseason games and look pretty good doing it. Mm-hmm. And all accounts from today's practice, Will Gottlieb, yes, is that he is going to play tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully 1 of 2 on their back-to-back Friday, Saturday. Of all of the concerns we have, Lonzo Ball going back to being unavailable is your biggest one. Like we've had 2.5 years to get used to not having Lonzo Ball available. Why such a big concern?
Because it's more about his overall health.
Yes.
When his career is over.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the right answer. Yeah.
I didn't mean to sound insensitive when I posed that question. I was just thinking like, no, but like from a Bulls fan's perspective, there's plenty of things to be concerned about. I just thought it was interesting that 2 people here said Lonzo Ball's health.
Well, I think you were coming from the perspective of like, it's just
no, I know you weren't being disrespectful. I know where you're going with this, but listen.
That's right. Shut up.
We know what this season is about. So why do we need to talk about concerns?
Well, because I think, like Goat was saying, keeping your eyes focused on what the goals of this season are and maybe being concerned that those goals won't be achieved.
Yeah, as the main ambassador of concern up here, please explain yours. Your concern. I would love to hear it.
It's simple, and a lot of Bulls fans don't like it because a lot of Bulls fans don't believe in the idea of tanking. And I understand there's no guarantee the tanking works. There's going to be a multitude of teams racing towards the bottom this year. I get it. I get it. You need a franchise player to compete in this league. You do. Mm-hmm. The Bulls have never shown their ability to sign one in free agency. They've never shown their ability to bring in a player via trade or sign and trade that is a legitimate, like, ace star player who's good enough to lead them to actual championship contention. Mm-hmm. So where is your last and only and best hope? It is drafting that player. My biggest concern is the Bulls creating any mathematical odds of conveying that pick to San Antonio in June. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Do not risk mathematical chances of ping pong balls bouncing as they may come the NBA draft lottery night to say, well, we probably could have sat X player or Y player or Z player in some of these games in March and April. But hey, looky here. We had ourselves a little Nico Mirotic winning streak. Wasn't that fun? And now San Antonio's picking 11th. And we're shit out of luck.
And I think just to add some like context to that, when you talk about the mathematical odds of the team losing their pick, let's say the Bulls finish as the 10th worst record in the league. Mm-hmm. Everybody says, oh, they're going to keep their pick. It's top 10 protected. That's probably true. The problem is that there is a 19% chance that a team jumps ahead of them and pushes their pick back to 11. Mm-hmm. And then you're giving up the 11th pick, even though you just had a pretty crummy season. There's also a 1.2% chance of 2 teams jumping you and moving back to 12. So you want to give yourself a 20% chance to lose your pick just because of, like, we're talking about like a few extra wins in February and March. It's just not worth it. The only way to guarantee that they're going to keep their pick is if they are the 6th worst team in the league or worse. And that way there aren't enough teams that can jump you to where you move back to 11 and give up that pick. So again, like, that is a huge concern. I think they will probably keep their pick, but to me, it's like even more than that. Like, I'm pushing it even further that direction, which is like, it can't just be you get the 6th pick. Like, you got to go for the 1st pick. To me, that's the most important thing.
Give me that 14%. But I know that not all Bulls fans feel that way. And so, Big Dave, I like how you said the defense was a concern of yours. Like, I think we all know the Bulls are going to be a defensively challenged team.
Yes. I'm concerned about it.
I mean, is it going to pain you to watch this Bulls team try to play on the defensive end this season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But fun bad.
Yeah, exactly. Fun bad.
A lot of high scoring L's.
I'm here for the high scoring, but I also know watching bad defensive play is not something I'm cool with watching, regardless of how I feel the season is going to go or how it should go.
Maybe while talking about youth player development, letting some bad habits creep in, and being okay with those bad habits, specifically on the defensive end, because they all kind of at some point just shrug and acknowledge and give up on trying to be a respectable defense.
Everybody just not being on their assignment and allowing easy layups is going to frustrate the hell out of me. I don't care what season it is. It's going to frustrate me looking at that happen. So, yeah, it's a concern. I know what this defense is going to be. They're going to be near the bottom, or if not the worst, and I completely get that. But, yeah, that just concerns me because I want to see who actually is going to step up and actually be the best defensive player on their team, like flat out be the best one. Is it going to be Io who's going to step up and do that? Will it be Patrick Williams during the No Excuses Tour? Watching Modest on the weak side defense, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. So I'm just curious on how Billy plans on playing that, because nobody on there is a real good interior defender. Definitely on this team, we have some guys that might be, you know what I'm saying, on the outside like Lonzo, you know what I mean? Lonzo's really good also with help defense as well. So we might be able to see those kind of things. But, yeah, just watching bad defense night after night is why you will get me up and yelling about 150 points. Like, it's just how it happens, bro.
Perdue, what do you make of the defensive challenges facing the Bulls this season? I mean, especially as a former NBA center, Vooch has taken a lot of heat from Bulls fans over the last few seasons about being the big reason for their defensive shortcomings, and Billy kind of going back and forth on, saying we do play a drop coverage game or actually no, we don't, and they're playing some sort of hybrid version of it. Do you think that Vooch is still going to be this team's biggest defensive problem in the absence of Alex Caruso, or is it going to be something else?
No, I don't think since he's been here, he's never been the biggest defensive problem. The biggest defensive problem is the inability to stay in front of your man on the perimeter. Is Vooch a good defensive player? No, but he's better than what he gets credit for. But when there's no resistance on the perimeter, Vooch is going to get exposed night after night after night. So one of the things they got to do, in my opinion, is change their coverage when it comes to screen roll. I've always said, if you watched in the preseason, I thought Vooch did an excellent job of running up and down the floor. Yeah. Why? Because he knew he was going to get touches.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he can run. Now, is he going to sprint up and down the floor for an 8-minute stretch? Absolutely not.
Right.
He's going to pick and choose his spots. He's smart enough. Mm-hmm. But also the other thing is, every big man will tell you, if you're not going to guard your guy on the perimeter, eventually I'm going to stop helping you at the rim, because then I'm on too many damn posters because you can't guard somebody on the perimeter, and you expect me to stop a guy that gets a running start?
Yeah.
Time and time again. We're not playing at some rec league. This is the NBA. So when some guy comes rumbling down the lane, I got to make a personal decision. When I'm young and dumb, I'm going to go up and try to block shots, and I'm going to try to foul the guy, and I'm going to send him to the free throw line. But when I get older, I'm thinking twice about that, because, first of all, I'm trying to save your ass, but then if you're not going to pass it to me on the other end, I don't think I'm going to do that. And I know you're laughing, but that's just how big guys think.
I love it.
That's the bottom line. So when you make a dumbass play and try to steal a ball that's unstealable, and now you basically open me up to me trying to guard somebody going full speed and getting a head start, and I got to try to move laterally or put my body in front of them, basically one of two things are going to happen, or possibly both of the three options. One, I'm going to get dunked on. Two, I'm going to get a foul call. And three, the other option is I'm not stopping the guy. So it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm in a position where I think I can foul him and keep him from getting the shot off, sure. Okay, I'll do that, send him to the free throw line. Mm-hmm. But at some point, we have to do a better job with our perimeter defense. And guess what? You just traded away your best perimeter defender.
We all silly like the mayor.